Hello and welcome, Reverend Dr. Gilberto Rosado. Once again, another broadcast from Spaceparium Reality Remixed. Real life imaged, and it's real income earned, and it is the real game assets that we have in this hybrid game, a hybrid of reality. This is under development. We're developing this as well as others. If you heard and you've seen, like Symbolum, one of our other titles, and many other games related to these titles. So come on in. We're going to talk today in this segment about uh, how anyone can build a game, make a game that will sell six figures. And those six figures are right after publishing, right after launching the game, immediate sales. So today is this broadcast is particularly of great importance to anyone who is planning on building a game and having it become successful. So tune in and watch today, follow, share, and let everyone else know, especially those who are building games, those who want to build games and have them be successful. This is what we're about today. So get ready for that, for this show today. It's going to be really good. So join in, let everyone know that we're on, and they need to be watching this if they're into the game genre. Yes, how you doing, guys? How is everyone? I'm gonna get the chat up and going. I don't have it up yet, so let's get that up and going here. And we'll be starting in a moment, just a moment. Waiting for some other folks to chime in, join us, and we'll be right ready to go. This is an important broadcast today for people who want to get into the game business and have their own game. So I'm going to talk about a few things today of great importance. So let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome. Let's see if we can get everyone here with a working camera. One moment, let me just set everything in order. Let's see what we have and what we're able to get you guys seeing here. So we got the previous camera wasn't working last time. We got it working now, and let's see how well we do here with this one. Should be up and running, as I can see here. It's like everything else. If it's not one thing, it's as they say, it's something else. Yeah, this could be just some of the problems that we're having. Today we've been having some problems here for the YouTube folks. Sorry again, once again, you are denied the blessing of seeing me. So that's very unfortunate, but I'm sorry. I don't know why that's happening. Could be some resource cap that I'm reaching here, especially in the gaming, in this gaming session. So I'm just giving just one more look-see before I continue on. I'm just gonna have to give you your. Shouldn't be like that because I'm showing the other stuff shows. I don't see why this camera is causing. It's either one or the other camera. So one of them seems to always fail. So forgive us on that. But I guess you just enjoy our heads-up display. Otherwise, without my wonderful image to look at, speaking to y'all. Okay, so today let's get into it, right? Don't we? we are building up a few networks. I'm going to explain a few things to you about the Spaceparium. Spaceparium is one of our core games that we're developing, and it's built on a network of game masters. As you saw in the introduction, there's a link that we have for game masters. Let me see. It's Spaceparium. For game masters that would join our it's like a network association, and you guys will be in business as game masters. We've created a business model from it, or of it. The great thing about it, one of the great features, is that it's one of 8 distinct networks. So meaning that in any given town or city, there's at least 7 other networks, 7 other leaders, 7 other business types, and 7 other groups of massive amounts of people that are related to our business here, and that will be able to help you as a game master in your network, in the gaming industry, in the gaming niche. They will be able to help, and they will be promoting everything that we do in the gaming network, which is fantastic. In many cities, it's easily a few thousand people, a few tens of thousands of people that will be ready and poised to promote your new game, or to promote you as the game master in with our network game master business. So that's a lot of folks helping you out right out of the gate. Well, this makes it a fantastic opportunity to get into business with us instead of trying to do this on your own. And most of you won't ever do anything on your own. But this is a great opportunity to start. At least you know that by joining us, you will have a better, a leg up, as they say. It's quite a leg up. You have to admit. If you go to the link that you'll see later on as I go along, and you saw at the beginning with our intro video, if you go to the link, you'll have an extensive video where I go through the details of all that's involved in the Game Master program. Simply, you go to the link, you watch it, and you have to take action, because the unfortunate thing about this is the following. So I know a lot of people out there, they in their mind, they got the pyramid, they got scammed, and all this silly nonsense. The point of the fact is that only one of you can join. Only one person in a city can join this. That's it. So, it's like I'm not, this is not a thing that everybody's going to get in and all that. No, this is just one game master that we need in every city. So one city, one game master, and that's it. The door's closed. So you can't waste time, because you're competing in some cities. You're competing against 10 million, 20 million, in the largest of cities, and most cities against hundreds of thousands, and then you have 50,000s and 10,000s of the folks. In any case, that will be watching this video, and then will make a choice and a move and beat you to it. If you delay, then you're going to lose out big time. So that's the first thing. So just take a look at that video and take action. There's really no reason for you not to take action, because given the details that I give about the delay in making monthly payments, all of those things, and the income that you can make before, different ways of making a whole lot of money before you even have to worry about making monthly payments, there's really no reason why you shouldn't get this involve yourself in this. The second thing is that if you're in the game business now, if you're thinking about starting a game, it is the best opportunity for you, because not only are you in a better position to develop and market your game, make a lot of sales, but in addition to that, while you're developing your game, you will be able to create income streams that will help you develop your game even better and more quality. You will be able to launch with a more robust game, having the money, right? To get people to help, hire staff, get things, the coding, get help with that, and make a more robust game. It'll be a better reception and a lot of more positive feedback. Because if you look at on Steam, for example, you'll see a lot of games that have negative reviews, and the ones that have negative reviews, a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, it has to be um, let me just write. My wife is asking for some information. It has to be the quality and the amount of development that the game is released with. If you've been watching some of my streams, some of the games, I've gotten games that are still in beta. They're still being developed, and a lot of them are really raw, as naked as that naked guy that we saw here in Calmer. Calmer, naked there. The game was also naked. The game was lacking a lot of functionality. Wasn't that intuitive. And then I don't know where the instructions are, so stuff like that, and they didn't work all the time. It seems like every time they do an update, it doesn't work. So I mean, and what is this? It's lack of money. It's simply lack of money. Somebody's out there sweating it, coding these games, trying to get out there as soon as possible so they can start making some initial sales, so that they can keep paying to get more people, pay their coder to help, get someone to help out with some artwork, and there's a lot of things involved here, and time overall. So, again, they're roughing it. They're roughing it. But with our network, that all is really eliminated and removed, and we make it very more simpler for you to get your game started. Now, I'm going to talk not to people who know how to code or anything like that. I'm going to talk to regular folk. Regular folk who, figure, having a game would be something, a product that can be sold, or I have some ideas for a game, or even I have this game I used to do with the kids, or when we were kids, and it's a little thing I invented back in the day, but I never got anywhere. I never pursued it, or I never thought that it could be like a real game, something like that. But it would have been nice, right? There's some people out there with some ideas. I'm going to tell you, I still have something in my back of my brain that somebody had showed me. It wasn't a game. What it was not game related at all. It wasn't fashioned in the way that I'm thinking about it. But they had made something. It was really novel, really cute, and I instantly, when I saw that, said, this is really good. It's a great talent you have here, and this would make a great theme for a cartoon, for a series on TV, and even for a game and merchandise. I just saw it. It said the whole package was right there in front of me. And and the person, I'm going to talk to you the truth. This is the truth. That person was a homeless person. I'm going to tell you the facts of life here. This is the greatest truth you're going to hear. This person was a homeless person. But yet they had a talent, and they created something which I said, this is your key to success. You have something here that would make you extremely wealthy. But you know what the problem is well, what's a homeless person going to do? You know what type of opportunity are they going to have, and who's going to give them the time of day? I gave them time of day as a minister, as a reverend. I give people, homeless people, and the unfortunate, I give them the time of day. And I find marvelous things with people. People are great. I'm telling you, everyone is beautiful, and everyone is precious. And God has given everyone. That's the reason I say that no one has an excuse in front of God. No one, because God has given you success. He's given it to each one of us. The question is, are we paying attention? Are we realizing what we have, what God has given us? And are we taking advantage of the opportunities when they come before us? And right now, today, this is another opportunity. I don't use a script, by the way. If anyone has noticed, I'm not reading a script. I don't even use it when I'm teaching Bible. I don't prepare an outline. I know they teach all the preachers to use an outline and all that. And you know who told you that in Bible school? Me. I taught all. I would teach all the students, hey, you got to prepare an outline and all this, blah blah. But I don't use one. I don't use one because I have a lot here to give out, and a lot of time I have in developing things, and just to make an outline is just it's not to me it's not relevant and not effective. Again, if I'm invited to preach someplace, then I probably will make an outline, but that's an easy thing for me to do. Is 1 2 3. You know, I'm a natural. I go 1 2 3 right out the door, and you can get a college degree with the stuff that I teach you. So that's not an issue that I need to make an outline of anything. But in any case, we have the manner that even that homeless person can now, by becoming a game master. Of course, they wouldn't probably be able to afford becoming a game master. That's another thing. But if they could have the wherewithal to get into our game master program, then that idea would be a multi-million-dollar seller within our network. That's how effective what I've been building all these years. Now, I've been building it since I met that person and helped them out. I've been building. I've been looking at ways to solve this issue of bridging the gap between people who don't have a way and means of becoming successful and getting ahead to what they need in order to do that. And basically, I've arrived. I have done it. I have combined all a lifetime full of things that I have created, formulated, devised. Everything is set and ready to go. And that's it. I have everything already set and in process. And right now, any person, anyone can come now to this network, to our program, and in the process of learning and putting into practice what we teach you in your training when you become a game master with us, you will be practiced and successful and understand how to bring your game into reality and know for a fact that it too will be successful using our network. It's coming in and using our network and being a partner with us as one of our game masters. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now, again, you have the first hurdle. The first hurdle is coming in and paying that initial fee and becoming one of our game masters. That's the only thing. That's the first hurdle that you have to overcome. But after that, it's I call it easy street, because you got to understand, even if you don't have the money after that, with what we train you during your training period, it's about 3 to 4 months. You will have the money. It's an easy thing to get the money, especially, you're talking about developing a game, a physical thing. This is talking about a real company and a real business. This is not no imaginary abstract thing. This is a real business, a real company here. So that's what you're building, and so that's something people will be very interested in. So again, if you have any idea for a game, this is really something that you really should not let pass. You shouldn't let this opportunity pass you by. Okay, so what is it about and again, I'm going to play that link for you, for those who can grab a pencil right now, a pen, and look at this intro video. I'll show it now. The link will be there, and just copy it down right away, and then I'll get into talking about how exactly the six figures are made. I'm going to show you that. Before I do that, I'm going to talk to you about why is it that anyone can come and build a game with us and have it be successful. So that'll be the two things. Okay, so how do you join this thing, and how is it that it's easy for you to build a game? First of all, when you join through that link, you'll see the video. We give you all the details. You'll see a few things in there. You'll understand the income that you can create even before the 3 months startup phase is over. We need the 3 to 4 months before the your website is officially launched. But in that time, all it does is gives you time to build up your income. Your income should be, by the time the website goes up, and when your website goes up is when you first give your monthly payment start, right? So when the website goes up, you should be at the $2,500 level of income from just one of the programs that we teach you how to start in the training. That's like the day one or day two of your training program. The first thing we teach you is how to make that money, and that's the reason for that is to help you make money real quick. And the second reason is to make sure you have the money to pay your monthly payment once the website is up and running. Okay, so that's the first. That's our first concern. We're as concerned about that as you are, even more than you are. So we're making sure that you make that money. The second thing is we also show you how to bring in help, either through partners or through sub agents and whatnot, sub game masters, if you will. And they will then also, you split the cost. You just simply, everyone comes in, it's $100 a month, and with all the income streams that we're teaching you that are part of this and that you'll be making, you'll be offering them a percentage of all of that, or some of it. It's up to you, your business. And hey, they can get involved with this gaming thing. And you can also offer them, hey, we'll help you develop a game, your own game, and help to market it, in our city, because you can do that in your city. You don't need our approval to help any one of your sub agents, sub game masters, to develop and build a game and market it in your area. That's not a problem. The only approval you need is when you're using our network. So if we want the network to promote it, then obviously it has to fit the, pass the muster, right? Get up to that standard where we can say, well, hey, listen, all of our network partners can begin to promote this and have that distributed. So that's all. So again, it's always something that you can promote. Plus the fact that with that, I'm mentioning this so that you understand now before you even go to the link. All the things that are involved here is really humongous, and it's a guarantee of success. We also have the TV channels. The TV channels, again, locally based, and there's national, reaching over 220 million homes. We have exposure. We get exposure, and so you have something that somebody's going to say, "Hey, that'll be something good." It's they have access to it. It's not like it's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can imagine what cost any company to have promotions and reach out over to 220 million households. That's going to cost you a pretty buck. Again, I'd be through our network. We have access to this exposure, and then you won't have to worry about that. And so that is that's a great benefit. So in either case, you'll have the income coming in to make a very enticing appeal to having some partners with you, people come in and to either help you develop your game and also have access themselves so that they can develop some ideas of their own. So that's one of the things that's a great benefit to that. Other than that, we always teaching people how to make games. So if right today, we're going to show you how easy it is. It's really not hard to make a game, and with our network, the sale. Because what's the point? Why don't most people are not going to make games even if they have a good idea? Why not? Because they can't sell it. I mean, who are they going to sell it to? How are they going to promote it? How are they going to develop it and then promote it and sell it? It's a lot of work. When you come to think about it. Even the guys who make these card games, they have to manufacture it, keep costs down, and all these business stuff. And a lot of people just don't do it. It's why am I going to go into that just for a little game, this and that? But if you're looking at our network, if you consider for a moment, outside of all the benefits of the game master opportunity that we have separate, we're talking about a separate thing here. We're talking about as a game master or any one of your subs coming in and offering or bringing to us the game. You have to understand that we're looking at, let's not talk about the whole United States. Let's not talk about the whole world. Okay, which we have access to, they all have access to as well. But let's just talk about United States. Let's talk about what the top 100 cities in the U.S. Just to throw out a number there, 100 cities. The top 100 cities of the U.S. I think they arrived. I think the city. Let me just look at it instead of just talking at the top of my head from memory, which is not too good after some accident we had the year ago or so. I don't even know how long ago it was at this point. Let me take a look here. What is that coming? And let me look at exactly what the population, top 100 cities, USA, just so that we can have a framework. I know Wikipedia has that by population. So I'm just looking here just to get the, I want to get number 100, just to get an idea for you. City number 100, that means it's the 100th in size, is Spokane, Washington. Okay, Spokane, Washington has, let's check on that first column, it has 219,000 is the estimate now. 219,000 people in it. Okay? Alright. So that's a lot of folks. Now, we have 8 networks right now in total. 8, and I think it'll be 10 by the time this summer is over. But we got 8 to 10 networks. Let me just go by the 8. 8 networks. And each of those networks, and we'll just talk about one city. Let's talk about Spokane. That's it. We're going to just talk about Spokane here. Washington is 219. We have 8 networks there in Spokane. And each one of those networks represents, let's just say in total, I'm just going to talk in total now, easily you're looking at 1,000 people who are dedicated promoters. Okay, that's just one part of each network. Is a group of people who just promote. Their main job is promotion. So you're looking at 1,000 promoters and 1,000 people just in that city. 1,000 people just dedicated to promote our network businesses and our network products and services in the city. And when, let's say you lived in Spokane, if you live in Spokane, you come on as our game master. This is the environment that your business as a game master now is embedded in. Automatically, when you start as a game master with us, and obviously as someone who wants to start and build a game and have a game that they've created and they've brought to market, you are in this environment, an environment of at least 1,000 folks in just one little area that we have, totally dedicated to promoting your game and your business. And that is what they do. Okay? These 1,000 people, they're your first customers. They'll be the first ones actually to buy your game and to try it out and to join if the game involves teams and things like that. They'll be the first ones because they want to learn how the game. They want to be the ones to talk about it, to know about it. They will be the ones that will be talking this up in Spokane, Washington, to all the other residents there. 219,000 worth. Okay? So, and you got 1,000 people, and you're looking at each one reaching 219 others. That's all it is. Each one reaching 219 other folks. And you covered the whole city. Okay? So that is the power that comes in when you come into our gaming network or in any one of our business offerings. This is one little, and I always have to emphasize that. It's just one little feature that we have that brings this reality to you as a game master. Is where you make your money. And part of it, there's one little speck of it, but at least it's one thing. Hey, listen. And then as a person developing a game, starting a game, this is where your marketing strength lies in. Okay? So we're talking about 1,000 in Spokane. But remember also that it's not just Spokane. So if you're building a game, and you won't be just selling it in Spokane. If your network approved your game is, what I mean, then you'll have all the other 100 cities. We're not limited to 100 cities. I'm just using that as an example. But the 100 cities, the other cities, which each one has at least, we'll just say 1,000. We're using that. It's a low number actually, but we'll just stay with that. We have to make some sense out of it. 1,000 in each of those. Say that's 100,000. The top 100 cities, 100,000 promoters. 100,000. You know what it is to have 100,000 people talking about your game, playing your game. This matter of fact, it's 100,000 people buy your game. Your game comes out today, and 100,000 sales happen just like this because they have to try the game, they have to play it, and they have to start. They start making content and videos and start talking and start making articles and stuff. They'll start doing their thing in social media. 100,000, right? Boom, boom, right off the bat. And then the sales that come as a result of all the content and all the things that they'll be talking about and doing. Okay? If you're going to make a game and you want to sell it, and you want to be making money from it, that I think that makes sense. Okay, just simple as that. Simple as that. All right. So again, that's the difference between you starting a game or trying to build a game on your own and trying to figure out how to do this business, and then okay, and let's just say you got enough. I don't know how much these guys are doing on Steam. I don't know. They probably, it's worldwide. There's so many gamers out there. Yeah, they're making a killing. I'm sure. Even with a mediocre game, right? But the question is, will you be able to? That's the question, isn't it? So at least without network, you will be able to do it more easily than if you try to go through a traditional route. So, joining our network, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Hey, you'll have a lot more people helping you than if you don't do it without. Simple as that. I think it's worth it. And for the monthly payment, like even if you didn't have that money coming in, which you should have it, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. But let's just say, even if you didn't, if you had rented a place, a commercial spot would cost you at least twice that amount, if not more. So, you can look at it as a virtual rent. It's the cost of doing business. Is a business. After all, this is a business. And what you'll be starting is a business. Gaming is a business, a multi-billion-dollar business. It's a big industry here. There's a lot of sales here. So you have to be serious. You got to be serious. You got to be looking, some people are just silly. They're stupid. More than just silly, most people are stupid because you don't understand business. That's why they criticize somebody over their businessman who do things, because you just don't understand business. You don't understand the business mentality and what is needed in order to be successful in business. So most people that way, they don't admit it, but I'll tell you to you, even though you won't listen to me, I still call you stupid because you don't understand. This is business. It's not scams. It's business. Everything's a pyramid for these people. Well, yeah, insurance is a pyramid. It's a legal one. So you're still in it, you still have it, don't you? But this is but nothing that I'm doing qualifies to be called even remotely as anything negative. This is a pure business model. You're getting in. It's a limited thing. It's not open to everybody. Everyone can't come in if they wanted to. They can't. Simple as that. It's not, So it's a very limited opportunity, and so you need to act fast. It's simple as that. Okay, so if your desire is to start a game, we have various classes that we give in how to start a game. Like I was saying earlier in the earlier broadcast today, we're having so much difficulty with them that you need to go by your passion, you need to go by your knowledge base, where your strong forte is at, and focus on your game through that and development through there. We're going to discuss, and I'll be helping you guys when you come in. You'll be learning our game system actually, and be working with that. But I'll also be teaching you how to develop games, and we'll start you off on a very small project, small type of games. But again, it doesn't matter how small the game is. It doesn't matter if it's just cards, a deck of cards, because the key is this: 100,000 sales right on the first day, right? So that, if you can make $10 from each game that's sold, right? So if you can make $10, because the other good thing is that we're selling it in house. We're not using stores. We can go to stores, but we don't need to do that, for our own stuff. We can just, sell within the network, right? So you make 100,000 sales right off the first day. How much is that? That's $1 million. You don't need stores. You already made $1 million. Okay. So yeah, again, you can sell cards. You can make games. It's as simple as a card thing. Just put your own pictures on that and sell that as playing cards. I mean, anyone can do that. That's a simple thing that anyone can do. And then on top of that, if you can create certain games to be used, you see, this is going to be really something important here for you to hear. If you can make your own card set, simple, the cards one ace through king, right? Like in Joker, those cards like that, like the playing cards, regular playing cards. But you can have your own graphics. Now all you have to do is have a theme. Put your own graphics with a theme that fits within a game mechanic that you lay out, and we'll talk about these things. You can make a game out of a regular deck of cards. Right, and you can even use regular card deck just and add to that your game instructions, and have that as a game, your own game. It's very easy. This is not a hard thing to do. The hard thing to do is making 100,000 sales, which I just told you how easy it is if you become a game master with us. And that is like stupid, silly, easy. Your first game, like stupid makes his first game this silly, easy way, but makes $1 million. That's going to be the headline. It's the headline because that's the network. The network is bringing in that that force, that market force, and those initial sales, and that's just even the news that your game made $1 million on the first day of release. Think about that. Just think about that. Do I need to explain anything more? That itself will produce so much publicity that everybody will want to buy the game just to see what the big hoopla is about. So, and that's that. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting that we make silly, stupid games and call that a way to make a living and do that. But I'm just trying to describe to you why it's important for you to come and become a game master in our network and build this for yourself. You got to think also of the other people around you. It's not just you. You see, it's you. It's members of your family. There could be members of your family who are into games, who have an idea for a game. You can really be helping people in your family, people in your church, people, friends of yours, that have been, thinking about game. They know how to bring it to market and develop it and all that. It's a lot of people that you can help. And if you knew that homeless person that I started talking about earlier, you could even help that person out too. This is the great story that's here. This is the great opportunity but it can only be one person. There's only one that can become one of our game masters in your city. So I'm asking, why isn't that you? Why isn't it going to be you? It should be you. So if you're into games at all, there should be no reason that you don't head on over and watch that video, take down some notes, and click on the button and choose which of the membership, because for the game master there's 3 levels. There's 3 levels, because actually when you come in as a game master with us, you're coming in as a player, as a character player in Spaceperium, right at the same time. So you come in as a game master, you're not just a game master, but in Spaceperium you will have a permanent rank. Okay, when I say permanent, it means that you don't advance in rank. What I mean is that you and your ranking and your position in the game are fixed. That includes the video game. Comes in later, right? You have a ranking, a permanent ranking and position in the game. So you're coming in, you become a game asset. Okay, so that is also part of that deal. You're coming in, you're actually famous. You're going to be famous because you're part of this game. And let me tell you something. Hey, listen, if you have some acting ability, because we are planning to do some series, some shows for TV, if not for the movies, because I do have a movie director, by the way, working with us. So there will be movies based on Spaceperium. Again, I can't give you all the details on that, because that's a later development, but I already have the director working with us, and but definitely you guys can make your TV series, and if you have the chutzpah to get on in front of the camera and actually role play or do some acting here, you will have a shot. You will be your character for real on TV. Listen, these assets, these TV programs can get bought. We're here for business, so these things can be bought by a major broadcast TV. Although we're already in 220 million households, we don't really need that, but it looks good on the resume, doesn't it? And then you may get a movie deal out of this. It's an eventuality that may happen, and they may want the real admiral, the real general of the Citadel there, right? Or the captain of the zonal ship. That may be indeed you. So these are things that are also there. You don't have to, but the way that we're making Spaceperium and the assets that we are bringing on into the table, into the arena, that is a real possibility. Because we're making TV shows. We'll be making them, and we will be, each one of you, each game master has a channel for themselves. You don't have to develop anything. You don't know how to do anything like that. That's fine. You don't have to, because we can make it for you. But again, it's an opportunity for you and for family members, for friends, to have some engagement in these assets and these things that we're doing, and participate in this project. It's indeed a grand project of great magnitude. So we do encourage you to take part in that and to associate yourself with Spaceperium. Here's the link again, in case you didn't do what I told you the first time. Do it now. Get a pen and pencil and take down this address and take a look-see later after I do the show. So let me give me a moment here while I attempt one more time to fix a screen problem that we are having with our YouTubers. They've not been able to be graced by my face since the beginning of this broadcast. The previous one we had also some issue. So let me just look and see. I think if I can catch any reasons for this problem. Just let me take a good look here carefully and see what may be the problem. It shouldn't be having this problem here. So let me have a second here while I just check. Just checking to see why we're having this issue. Alright, so there shouldn't be an issue here with this, with the YouTube, but they are having the issue. And I'm just trying to figure out why that is. So let me just make another check here, and we'll continue with our talk in a moment. It could be that one of the cameras is not set to turn off. So let me just go through this. Give me a moment. I need to. I see that that's working now. Here. So I see the camera working, and it's supposed to deactivate. So that's set okay. Let me just test it out here. Why doesn't this one work? Oh, I see, but this is not on at this point. Alright, so let's see what this does here. See, this bottom one is not coming in, but the top one was. See, because my guess is that when I do the top, I have two OBSs open right now, and it's not working well. Looks like when it has these cameras on here, it's having difficulty. It's having some difficulty. Could be the top one here. See? The top one works. The top one is working, definitely working. Okay, so let me just check that. This is supposed to turn off or not in use. Deactivate, or deactivate. And then let's try the other one. That is set to deactivate, and that's okay. And as always, I suspected with OBS that I always suspect that it's actually not deactivating for some reason. I've always had that suspicion with OBS, and something in it is like not activating, that it should be deactivating and it isn't, and therefore the resource is still being used. It's locked in. Well, it's just not, for some reason, when I press on that, it's just not working. So let me try something else. I'm going to try another test, guys. Hold on for a second, won't you, while I do a test here. Let me just try this one here. I'm just testing. See, it has to do with when I press on that other scene, the HUD, it takes over the other camera, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to leave it for my other OBS to use. And that's the issue. I bet you right now the other OBS will work. So let's do that test. Or not. See, now it's working there. I had to deactivate and activate again, but now it's working for the bottom, and that's probably not the one. Let's see here, yeah. See, now it's working for the bottom. See that? That's the difference right there. Okay, and so let's try now the top. Now we'll see if we have interference when I use the top one. So here goes nothing or something. Alrighty. So we have obtained Nirvana. Now everyone gets to see me. Hello everyone. What am I gonna do? What can we do? Always something. Okay, alright, so like I was saying, let's get a refresh. Let's go back to the URL again, and we'll get starting on the next segment here right after that. Okay, so we're back without any hitch, and that's pretty good. Maybe I can go to Mars. I don't know about the rest of the planet, but Space Perrin will be able to go to Mars and survive. Alrighty. So, getting back to this. Now, again, what we used before, I was describing to you about the top 100 cities and the number of promoters in each of those cities was just a minimal amount. Because again, it can be 10 times the amount, and in larger cities it actually is. It's 10 times the amount is the basal figure that we're looking to establish in the larger cities. We're talking about the East Coast cities, New York, and we're talking about let's look at them here, right here. You get it from the top of the top. Because you're talking about cities like the top 10. The top 10 cities are 1 million or more, and very easily these cities will have 10 times the amount. So you're talking about massive. You're talking about the top 10 cities can have 10 times that amount. That's 10,000 times 10, right? 10,000 times 10. That's another 100,000 on top of that. Easily. So it's not even, so you can have 200,000 initial sale again just from the top 10 cities. But the reality is that we are not limited to the top 10 or the top 100. We actually are able to, and let me see, so you can know exactly. Let's look at, well, the list ends. The list ends at about 314 cities within the top 314 cities. But in reality, you have a whole plethora more of cities that the Game Master and the other network businesses that we have are in. So, I mean, we're talking about massive numbers here, easily. So again, it just makes total sense for you, even if you have any idea for a game, to become a game master with us. You don't have to have any ideas for a game to be a game master. And that could be also another profit center, and it is, in fact, for our game masters. Actually, you can offer other people and businesses to make for us, the network, to make games for them and to have it promoted and distributed. That's actually a one of our business activities within the network. Is the gaming network, as others, and so you can actually do that also as a business. So but definitely you can offer that to family members, friends of yours. For years you have these friends that were always thinking about making the game. You say, hey, listen, now's the time. You can all do that. And you guys, obviously, you guys can have great benefit, great profits in this, and actually create your own real, and your game master business can develop into a major game manufacturing firm that you own, because this is your business. So you can develop it in any way you see fit. I will encourage you all and help you, because we have real estate. We have real estate one of our networks. We can get things together for you and have a manufacturing facility built or purchased, and have you build your game manufacturing operation there. That is also doable. That's a very doable thing with the network like we have. So again, the question is, what do you want to do? Simple as that. That's really the question. Well, where do you want to go with it? Because you have support. You'll have support. You'll have promotional support, marketing support. You'll have, development support. Uh, what else do you need? I mean, you have obviously making income through the income streams that we train you on creating, and even through our other networks, you'll have ample income opportunities, even with working with our other network partners. Absolutely. So the issue is, are you going to make the right move and head on over to that URL, watch the video, educate yourself, and choose the membership that you will take and do. And remember, it's only one. So when you come on, that's it. You are freezing that position in your state, in your city, or in your zone for yourself. No one else can take it. It is yours. So you're locking yourself in to a wonderful business opportunity with many, many, many other networks and people. The important thing, people who will be the first to buy your game and the first to try it out, and your initial sales can easily, with our full network, can be in the many millions of dollars, simply instantly, day one. And that's pretty impressive. That's pretty good. So this is, again, the opportunity that comes with making the right choice today, and it's really about making the right decision. Okay, so we talked about the gamer network a little bit. We talked about the viability of us getting your own game started. Again, it's not a hard thing. And we're always teaching on how to make games. We encourage it because we're always looking for games to promote. We'll be looking for games. We'll be promoting games. And as well, one of the things that we do between you and other network members, we'll be approaching the local stores and major chains, retailers, to carry some our games to retail. So that's another sales outlet there that you add on to your launch. It was as simple as that. And these things will always be sought after and forged through not only through the gamer network but through our other business networks who also approach businesses or do business with businesses and retailers already, and we will have easy access to many placements in a variety of retail outlets, and your games will have that exposure. Again, in the real world, real people buying, looking, and they see, oh, this game, this is a new game. We can try this and that. And not only that, but we have some other business types that will make your game perfect outlets for your games, depending on what they are. I won't get into too much detail there because I don't want to give out too much of the secrets out there. But just to let you know that there are many ways that we have of featuring your games and getting them into the public view and available to the public. So that's something for you to know as well. So let's talk about making games. Talking about developing from things that people know already. It's easy as just making new rules using old game pieces like the cards, as I was saying. You take the regular card game, and make some new rules to it. You have another game, right? That's the easy thing. Again, you can have your own graphics on the 52 deck of cards, and using the same numeration of the cards, and also have your own set of rules that you create. You set the rules, create the rules, and then you have another game. It's as simple as understand that making a game is simply having rules. A game is rules. That's what a game is. You have rules, and then have action. What do you do? And these are the rules. So it's basically a game is actions that how many players can do, and the rules that determine what they can do, when they can do it, and who wins the game. That's as simple as that. This is how simple it is to make a game, and that's it. Okay? And like I said before, you may say, oh, but how do we make a video game? Well, you got to start with the first thing first, making a simple game. And the simple games then is easy from them once you have that simple game made. So let's just talk about the simple, silly game again. The silly, simple game was taking a deck of cards and putting your own rules to it. Okay, maybe you change the graphics. You have your own set of graphics on it. You have your own set of rules, and what makes a winner a winner. Okay, so now you have the elements that you need: rules, the end of the game, who's the winner, and you have the something physical, which is a deck of cards with the artwork, the printed with your graphics. We'll go that extra mile, and we'll put your own graphics on there. Okay, so now how does that become a video game? You say that for the future, that can become a video game easily, because once you have the your own graphics, let's say for the card, there are all types of card games that are already a computer that are made into video games. So this is not a big deal. Simply, we incorporate that into a video game. We bring in the rules into the video game. We make a video game. It's very easy. There's the coders know what to do. There's people that know about Unity, know about other types of game coders. Doing a card game is like simple as pie, really, in terms of coding. I mean, there's other complicated games out there. Card game is like easy. So that's not a big deal. So right there you can have a card game that you created, and then you have a video game that can be created for you. If you don't know how to code, you have the video game. Someone else will do it. If it's a network approved, then we'll do the coding for it. You will get the game going and packaged. It's now a video game. And so again, the same thing, you had the game, the physical game, It's selling in the stores. It sold 2 million day one, right? People are playing it. They're having fun with it. Our network is promoting it and in a diverse manner. We won't give out the secrets because they are secrets, but they are promoting and they're making a lot of sales happen. There's a lot of movement around your game, and people are talking about it, buying it, playing it. Okay, and then you come out with the video game version of it, and then again, boom, day one, 2 million sales plus, right? Day one through the network. I mean, this is. Let me, out of curiosity, we were using just base numbers from our network just to give you an example. I want to look at game sales by title, right? Just to look at it. List of best-selling video games. Again, I'm not going to say that we are going to make yours a bestseller and this and that, but let's just look at the number of sales. It has the number of sales here, but I don't know if these are dollar sales or amounts of pieces or titles sold. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay. All right. So let me just try to find if there's a key. They say this the highest grossing game, list of video game considered the best, which is a different thing, right? I'm trying to see if there's a key here. I don't see it. Here in Wikipedia, it says sales, but is that the dollar figure? See, because here it talks about selling over 176 million copies. Talking about Minecraft, for example. Grand Theft Auto 5 are the only other games that have sold over 100 million copies. I mean, these are games that like everybody and their cousin are playing. The best-selling game on a single platform is Wii Sports. Let's see if I can get that on the screen for you here. One moment. Alright, let me turn off that HUD main display so that you can see that. Alright, so as you can see, here we are at Wikipedia. The Wikipedia, it talks about this is a list of the best-selling video games of all time. Best-selling video game to date is Minecraft. It's a sandbox video game originally released for Microsoft Windows, Mac, Opera, Mac X, and Linux 2011. The game has been ported to a wide range of platforms, selling over 176 million copies. Okay, so Tetris and Grand Theft Auto are the only other games that have sold over 100 million copies. Okay, so you know they're household names. These are household names. So I'm going to say that now. Okay, so it says the top one is 176 million. That's the top of Minecraft. So then this is 176 million copies. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking to what is the sales figure. It didn't have dollars, but again, you know, I can't trust that. But it was faithful. It didn't have a dollar sign, so it wasn't money. It was how many copies was sold. So here you have Minecraft, which is mind-boggling, at 176 million copies. 176 million copies. Tetris, 110 for Grand Theft Auto, and the list goes on and on and on here. All these different types of games, 22 million for Pokemon. Here's 20 million copies, you know. Here's The Witcher at 20 million, Brain Age 19, Super Mario, hey Mario, 19 million, Call of Duty Ghosts, 19 million, Super Mario Land, 18 million and change, Mario Kart 7, 18 million and change for the Nintendo. You got some Sonic and Sega, 17 million, Grand Theft 3, 17.5 million copies. The Last of Us remastered, 17 million. Pokemon X and Y, 16 million on the Nintendo, and 16 million for The Sims. Alright, so, and again, these are humongous game sales. You have to admit, and these are the top. How many games are there? There's so many. But can you imagine? Now, there's no other information here, like how long did it take them to make this, to reach this number? We don't know. We don't know. But listen, if you start, you have a game, any little simple thing, it's not even a video game, like the super silly card game modification game that I told you about throughout this video today, and it's released on day one and through our network, and that network produces an instant 2 million sales just on day one, 2 million in dollars, sales down. So it's 200,000 sales. Okay, let's go by the 100,000. Okay, 100,000, you make $10 off for each one. That's $1 million. That's from day one, $1 million. Now think about this. Let's say it took The Sims a few months to get to 16 million copies. Okay, we got on the first day 100,000, 200,000 copies sold instantly on the first day, and all of those sales, each one of them, it's not just an embargo. Each one of those are a promoter. That's practically an affiliate marketer buying your game, reviewing it, making videos, talking about it, making blogs, articles, tweeting, social media. All of them are doing that with your game, right? How many you think some of them will sell more? A few more for you, right? So there's 200. If there's 200,000, and let's say that each one of them, 100,000, each one of them got 10 people to look at your game and decide to buy it. That's 1 million people in maybe a month or 2 months, 3 months. 1 million new people through their direct efforts that will purchase your game. And then remember, you're still making $10 each one. So then you're looking at what? 1 million times $10, right? You're looking at $10 million. Still, from your stupid little silly playing card modified game. That's what we're talking about here. That's all we've talked about. We're not talking about, it's something more complicated, there's some coding. No, you're talking about having just a simple product that people would like to play and they enjoy spending the time playing. Some benefit even. There's another thing that we haven't talked about is having a game that has a purpose other than just having fun. There's like games that are fun but also can be educational in a certain area, a certain niche, a certain interest area, a certain area of importance, of value. So we haven't even discussed those yet, but just look at it just in terms of the numbers and the figures here. And again, we're only talking about initial sales. That's all we've been talking about, initial sale, the first day. First day is released. Bam! That makes the difference. Now I tell you that the Sims here, with all of their marketing, it's Electronic Arts, it's an American video game company headquartered in Redwood City, California. It is the second largest gaming company in the Americas and Europe by revenue and market capitalization after Activision Blizzard and ahead of Take-Two Interactive and Ubisoft. Okay, that? You got that? So they did wonderful 16 million in sales, but we see that our network has the potential of making your little stupid little entry game into into a $2 million seller, which is one eighth of the second largest gaming company's ability lifetime of this game since January 31, 2000 to produce. In its lifetime, you did 1/8 of that through our network on day one. One-eighth of it. I say day one. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken there. You get the 200,000 on day one, but then as they get marketing 1 month or two, okay, so that's you're right. So sometimes it leaves me my frame of thought. So yeah, but when they get to market, those first initial 100,000, 200,000 sales on that first day, and they get to playing your game, promoting your game, start doing our little magic here of promotion and talking it up and really implementing it throughout the network. And again, just with limiting it just to the 100 cities, limiting it also to just one of the promotional groups that each of the cities will have. Again, we're talking about reaching an eighth of the Electronic Arts performance here. And let me just take another look here because I'm suspecting. Oh, they do have another title. Let me look again more. Okay, they only have another title in this list, which is the FIFA. Oh, that FIFA's a big one. Yeah, 24, which only 8 million more copies than their 16. So that's in the neighborhood. That's in the neighborhood. So again, with our network and any little game that you make, you're riding with the big boys here. You're really competing. You can arrive at that because why can you do that? And the basic reason is because you'll be at an advanced placement, business speaking, marketing wise. You'll be in an advanced placement in the marketplace. And depending, because there's a lot we can do, we can have your initial sales really on the skyrocket high. These are promoters, so their job is really just to play your game, develop develop communication and marketing around your game, and talking about your game, and really to start movement and getting people to try the game and etc. They'll be doing a lot of work, and the network will also be doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So they'll be building up this game while once it's released. But they're the initial game, initial purchase, and they create. I just said 10 as a low number. Just you have just 10. I mean, people can sell 10. You can go out on the street and sell 10 games of anything, right? You can do that actually. You can do that on a Saturday afternoon in a park. So yeah, it's not a big number when I said 10. I mean, some of these marketers they can sell hundreds and thousands, but we're not going to go to fantasy island. We just say 10 is miserable, a paltry 10 sales on a Saturday afternoon. But that'll bring you up into a very comfortable 2 million worth of sales here, and from there, that 1/8 of where the Sims are at. That's a presence in the marketplace. All I'm trying to impress upon you is how much of a presence that means, actually, that translates to a large presence for a game in the marketplace for a startup. Let's talk serious here. You're This is a startup, not space. Well, Space Harrier is one, but the example we're using is a stupid, silly little game. It's just a startup. It's a little entry, but how the great things that can be done with such a small footprint. Because once you have what, 2 million people, 1 million, 2 million people playing that game. That's a big amount of people playing a little stupid game. now, now it's really up to the game at that point. Okay, at that point, it's really up to the game now to be of a quality that people, say, yeah, I love this game. Let's play this. Introduce it to friends. Oh, how's this go? How did you get this game? I love it. We got to play with the kids, whatever, and basically, and let that happen. So, yeah, the quality of the game, its playability, its ability to promote fun and camaraderie or social little things to happen, with its players, that satisfaction, the time spent having fun, that is really what's left that you really need to have in order for your game now to take off from this gigantic boost. Because with our platform, you can we can get you into the orbit. I don't know about you getting to Mars, but you can get into orbit. And now it's up to your game to have the muster, the oomph in it to say, you know what, this game has a life of its own. It has fuel. It's going. People are loving it, and you guys keep going from there. I mean, you're talking about future additions, upgrades, stuff like that. Then when the video game comes out, I mean, it's another shot in the arm. Again, so without, what could you do without it? It's very difficult. It's even difficult here for Electronic Arts. You almost have to. I'm almost feeling sorry for these guys because you know how much work they have to go through to make this happen. They only got two. You got to look at this. They only got two. Rockstar Games, I should say, has four. Or five. Rockstar. Rockstar Games has five in the top rankings here. Not bad. Nintendo, they got their platform. So Nintendo is obviously cleaning house here. Nintendo's cleaning house here. What the Nintendo has, let's show that to you here. They're cleaning house. Absolutely. They're just cleaning house. What was I using for the screen? Okay, yeah, I was using Space Parent, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm using over here. Okay, so here you see, let's look at Rockstar. Rockstar has one with Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh boy, one. Rockstar. One. Two with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. They lucked out with that. Grand Theft Auto 4, Rockstar. That's the Grand Theft. That title really, like I said, it depends on your title if it's gonna shoot. It's gonna take off. Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar. So that was what I lost count talking. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 with Grand Theft Auto again, Vice City. That's 5. 6, Grand Theft Auto. You can guess. So you see that one title had the quality, that people really attached to, and it made all their titles work. The only one that is different, that's not the Grand Theft series, is this Red Dead Red, or what is it? Red Dead Redemption, which, as you know, there was some great hype about that when that was coming out. So they did pretty well. I'm just saying they're doing better than EA. They're doing better than EA. It's the importance is in having the way they're doing the marketing, open market and whatnot. You really have to have the title that's really against mass appeal, and that's it. And once you do, then people want the subsequent titles. Now they don't have the initial boost necessarily. They do have it with retailers, their retailing system, so they will have a comparable, or even they have to have a comparable or less. I'm going to venture to say they have less, and I'm going to say it boldly, less than what we have. And I'll say that because since they're just marketing and selling out there. It's not like what we have. What we have is a 100 to 200,000 initial sale, and I don't think that they have. I could be wrong. I don't know their business, but judging by the numbers and judging by the nature of the titles, once they have a good title, they go on with another of the same type, different version, different this and that. It's like the Rockstar with the Grand Thefts. It's Grand Theft this, Grand Theft that, Grand Theft this, Grand Theft your mother, Grand Theft your daddy. I mean, as simple as that. Anything with Grand Theft, it's going to sell. That's it. So Rockstar, they hit some gold and they're riding it. That's what I was trying to say with our network. That if any cheapy game that you create but that is good, if it has good content, it's fun, it just has that funness to it, so that after you get your first 2 million sales, which we can practically physically create for you, which I don't think they have. These other companies have necessarily. They have 2 million sales. They have market. They do have market share. So they have an audience. It's like Steam. It has an audience. So this game is coming. It's coming soon. So they have it there. Like the movies is coming soon. You want to sign up for the beta, and they go through all this pageantry just to stir up. But they don't have that 200,000 like we have, right off the bat, boom, and that all those 200,000 then begin to promote and make 10 sales each. Each of them make 10 sales. That they don't have. And then from there, I mean, we have a more solid marketing boost, an initial boost in the beginning, where you take then the quality of the game and have it continue, get it out into orbit, and then from there it has to carry itself anywhere else. I mean, but even with that, I mean, gee, if you had a game every year that made $1 million, do you need anything else? I mean, most people be happy with that. You're not Electronic Arts, but that with your day job, I mean, pretty good change there. You can have some barbecue over the weekend with some friends, I think. I don't know. But I think that's a pretty good amount of that you can realize pretty easily. You know that, but I'm sure that most of you have some fantastic game ideas, and it's going to hit, and you can make embarrass the heck out of Electronic Arts. Not that they're not embarrassed already, because they're getting kicked by Rockstar. I don't know where Rockstar came out of, what rock they came out of. The Electronic Arts. I would expect that Electronic Arts should have more titles on the top here, but they don't. Nintendo, yeah, they're just Nintendo. It's Jupiter. It should be a sun. It's almost going to get to be a sun on its own. Okay, you got this guy Mojang. I mean, with the Minecraft, it's, he. Do you need? Does they need anything else? You know. So again, it's like I said. I mean, you can come up with the next Minecraft. We'll get you up into orbit. And the rest again is really on the quality, the pure quality of the game and its appeal. But having a good exposure in our network is like more than anybody else could really offer you. It's and I don't think anyone can give you can even come close to what we'll be able to offer you as you develop a game in our network. So that's the appeal. Now this is again, it's only available right now as you coming in as a game master. You come in as a game master, you will have this access. Although the game masters will be the only ones also to open this up to independent developers as a marketing service. So yeah, the game master will. That's another income source that you'll have, and you'll be able to offer that to other game developers. But again, they'll be paying. They'll be paying through the nose for something that you can have now, and have a business with it. So you have the best of both worlds. It's been a common thread associated with this gaming business that we've been talking about, because it's frankly, I can't see anything better. If you're really into games, I can't see anything better that you can get associated with than this network. Start building income as a game master. Develop your own games, you and whatever ability you have. You may just be a dreamer. You just go to bed and dream. I get this dream, write it down and an email and send it to me. And I can tell you, I'll show you, hey, maybe we can make a game out of this. Let's try a few things. And, hey, listen, maybe it can become a game and two, and on the first day of release, 100,000, 200,000 in sales. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And literally, you have that access, yourself or anyone in your family, through you. It'll come through you, but your family can have that access through you, through your company that's now working with us as a game master. You'll have that access through us, and that's that. So that's, I think, the game master program is a best way for anyone to get into the business of building games, developing games, and making games that sell possible. Just simply right off the bat, you'll have access to initial boost in sales and an initial placement in the marketplace that is not comparable. It's incomparable to anything else that you have available. And the other games that do get on like these platforms like Steam and whatnot, they don't even have enough money to finish the games right. And you've had that experience. They don't have enough money to finish the games right, XYZ. At least with our program, you'll be making money. You can put the money in and make the game right. When you release, it's right. It's good. We get it into orbit, marketplace wise. And from there, the quality of the game itself, we'll see if you can make Electronic Arts blush or not. because that's basically we're looking at this. I'm looking at this list, and I'm looking at these numbers, and I'm saying, Electronic Arts, better watch out because we're coming. We're coming. My game masters are coming. Hey, you guys, how you doing? Thanks for following. Thanks for following. Our game masters are coming. You better watch your tail. Electronic Arts, we are coming. We're coming. Okay, so I have at this point, after seeing what I see here, I have no doubt that many of our titles will surpass what Electronic Arts is doing. Uh, let's see. Let me see something here. We're going to surpass what Electronic Arts is doing, and because Nintendo is still like there, it's an old game, the Pokemon X and Y, because they're aging, so they're still top sellers of all time. But again, they've been around for a long time. Uh, we're coming. Sí, yo hablo español, someone asked if I speak Spanish, so sí, estoy hablando en inglés sobre el desarrollo de juegos y tengo el negocio de ayudar a personas a establecer su juego y ser, no sé cómo decirlo en español, esta palabra, Game Master, que es el que conduce el juego entre jugadores, como decir el oficial o el juez en un juego que controla cómo el juego progresa. Tenemos una oportunidad en negocio comercial que también permite que esa persona tenga acceso a la creación y distribución de juegos a través de todo nuestro red. Ajá, no sé cómo decir lo que está. Capitán, ok, ese es su elemento. Es una de las posiciones que hay en el negocio que estoy hablando asociado con esto de los juegos. All right, so I would do these things in bilingual, except that don't have too many Spanish listeners given at any one time if somebody showed up here. Así que lo voy a poner en pantalla donde ir. Si usted no entiende el español, me puede enviar un email y yo te doy otro enlace y voy a hacer un video en español explicando todo. Si deseas, puedes enviar a admin, a admin, arroba mycbhcom y me envía allí un email decir que tú me viste hablando de los juegos y quieres más información. Entonces yo voy a enviarte un enlace después, un par de días, porque todavía no ha creado las cosas en el idioma hispana todavía. Y entonces yo le hago por usted y así hago por otras personas, ¿ok? So va a ser así el admin. So te lo voy a poner aquí en el chateo. Y así puede. So I'm giving the person now the email so they can easily send me their email, send me a note so I can send it to them. And that way I can give them the Spanish material and I can start developing that because we're actually in different parts of the world also. So we need to get it done also in Spanish. But I just didn't do it now because most people just, understand English. Así que, and that's the other thing. We'll be doing the other languages. Yeah, we'll have game masters in other countries like Spain, Central South America, and your software will sell out. We just talked about the 100 top cities in the U.S. We have all the cities in the U.S. plus all different parts of the world: UK, Australia, Canada, um, Korea, Japan, just all Hong Kong. So we're not even talking about those cities and those numbers. We're just talking about the top 100 cities in the U.S. And really, and we showed you the figures that basically there's hundreds. I think the number was close. Well, I can't even pretend to try to tell you how many cities. Let me try to find it. Estoy buscando aquí, estoy hablando de cuántas ciudades hay en los Estados Unidos que tengan más de 50,000. So I'm gonna do a search for that. USA cities over 50,000 population. You just because that's a number that most businesses use to determine if um, if they're able to set up an office in a city. Este número, de 50,000 en una ciudad, determina los negociantes si la ciudad es valorable o cualifica para poner una oficina en ese lugar. So what we have here is, I'm going to check that number for you right here so that you can see it. Okay. So according to this list, there are 600. You're not going to see it underneath. Let me see if I try this other. If I can try this other one. Yeah, here you can see it. So let me try that for you so you guys can see. Vamos a ponerlo todo en pantalla aquí para que lo puedan ver. All right, so here you see it. This is on demografia.com. These are USA cities over 50,000. And you'll see that there's 601 cities with a population over 50,000. Again, we're doing all the cities in the U.S. Nosotros podemos hacer todas las ciudades en los Estados Unidos, but those that are 50,000 and above are cities prime for any type of business. So they have enough people for any type of business to thrive. That's the number we business people know about. That's what we look for when we think about opening up an office. That's the number to look for. So nosotros como negociantes buscamos ciudades que tengan 50,000 personas o más. So we're looking for 50,000 or more residents living in the city. So before we decide to put our business there, we want to put an office, a branch. We need this. This is the important number for business people like myself to decide to put a business office there. So there's 601. So remember, we were talking about the top 100. There's at least 600 cities where it's a no-brainer that you're going to have network partners there promoting your game, helping you in your business. This is just plain and simple. Going to be, it works out for you. It's just the number. Again, the numbers here are so clearly in your favor to have a success at being part of our network, having great success. You're talking about 600. Come on, 600. 600 cities. Each one 600,000. Each one with 1,000 in the network. Okay, each one buying the 600,000 cells right off the bat of your little rinky-dinky game. This little game that you just created from my idea. You understand? And you're getting that 600,000 sales right off the first day. You're making $10 off of each one. Profit for you. Do the math. So that's the power that we got here. That is the power. And if that game again is so popular, people really start getting into it. Then you're talking about, having that's 600,000. Each one of those sells 10. That's 6 million copies. 6 million. And that's only a third away from Electronic Arts, baby. We're coming for you. Hold on, we're coming. you're chasing at the heels of Electronic Arts. This is the magnitude of the opportunity that we have in the Gamer Master, the Game Master opportunity. So as I go now to end this video, I'll play it again. The URL. I mean, there should be no question at all to get into this program. Look at the video, get some popcorn, get a break, have a meal, get yourself ready, and sit down and watch it. And if anyone needs to reach me, admin@mycbh.com. Reach out to me. You got a question? Ask away. But don't delay because there's only one in your city. And if it's not you, it's going to be someone else. So make it, do this for you and your family. You deserve this. Make it happen for yourself. Take care. See you guys in a little bit with real estate. Real estate coming up.